Welcome back to Nightmares Unleashed, produced by Ted Heavner and Delaney Sutton. This is episode 6, In the Trees. This episode contains depictions of suicide, self-harm, sexual harassment, loud noises, and body horror. And now, enjoy the nightmare.
My name is Victor Alexis. I'm a head detective for the North County Police Department. The date is November 14th, 2012, and the time is approximately 200 hours. I'm going to need to do this as fast as I can. I don't have much time. I'm recording this as an official account of all of the evidence I've compiled on the ongoing disappearance cases, specifically the cases of Victoria, Rose Summers, and David Jonathan Blake. I'm going to try to do this as coherently as I can, but fear my location has been compromised, so try to keep up, because I've only got one shot at this. This is Detective Victor Alexis with the North County Police Department. The date is November 2nd, 2012, and the time is approximately 1900 hours. I am currently at North County Hospital interviewing a Miss Powell in regards to the ongoing Summers and Blake cases. Miss Powell, can you confirm your full name so that we can have that on file? Miss Powell?
Can we close the blinds?
Sorry?
The window curtains. Can you close them?
Miss Powell, can you tell me about the night that you and Miss Summers and Mr. Blake went into the woods near Baylor's Creek? Mira, I understand you must be under a lot of stress right now, but any information that you can provide for us...
Can you please close the blinds?
Do you remember why you went to Baylor's Creek? Can you tell me where your friends are? Did you see where they went? Did somebody take them? Mira, we're trying to find them.
You won't.
What do you mean? Mira, what do you mean?
Can you close the blinds?
You told your roommate that you were going here. How did you end up at Baylor's Creek?
We walked. I think.
You walked. 14 miles? Mira, did whoever take Victoria and David try to take you too? Did you manage to get away? Did they have a car? Did they put you in their car, drive to Baylor's Creek, and then you managed to get away? Did you see who took Victoria and David? Did you see their faces? Mira, we're going to try to find them, okay? We've got people out looking.
No.
Mira?
No. Don't go in there. No, please, no.
Mira?
Don't go in there. Don't go in the woods. The trees. The trees.
What about the trees, Mira?
They're there. They're in there.
Who is in there, Mira?
The window. The window. It's there. It's right
I need
there.
a nurse in here.
Look at it. It's right behind you.
I need some extra hands in here. Get me some soft restraints now. Catherine, go get me 1 unit of benzo.
Hey, Mir. What's up?
You're gonna hate me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck did you do?
Oh my God, Elle.
What?
I'm going to a Halloween party
Okay.
with David.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Come on, Elle.
No, I will not. Come on. He's a piece of shit.
Elle.
Don't L me. This guy's been leading you on for what, 2 months now?
3 months?
Oh, 3 months. Pardon me for my mistake.
Elle.
Come on, Mir. You haven't seriously forgiven him for...
Elle.
Okay. I'm sorry. Anyways, you were saying about the party?
Yeah. It's off campus. Sarah's hosting it.
Sarah as in History of the U.S. Sarah, or Sociology 101 Sarah?
Sociology, Sarah.
Ah, okay, Sarah with the nice rack.
Elle.
Okay, you were saying.
Sarah's hosting. She lives off Colbert on St. Peter's.
Near the church?
Yeah.
Okay. What about it?
Well, would you be able to... Elle.
Mira.
Please?
No, I'm not driving you and your scummy fuck buddy to a party while you have oral in my backseat.
Elle. Ew. I wouldn't do that.
You might not, but he would, and that piece of shit clearly has no problem with...
Elle. Fine. I guess you just won't get to see Tori then.
Wait, what?
Yeah? Tori is going.
As in, Tori?
Yeah, she mentioned to me that she's going too, and that she's pretty desperate for a ride.
You sick fuck.
Is that a yes?
Ugh, you manipulative little cocksucker.
Your boob-crazy brain makes it way too easy.
You bitch!
I love you!
I love you too, dumbass.
Does this mean I can convince you to come to the party as well?
Nah, I have my research lab paper due the next day, and I hardly even started that shit.
Oh,
Just promise me you won't accidentally get pregnant with a David baby.
oh my God, Elle.
You're already a bitch, and I really don't want to deal with you being a pregnant bitch.
I'm hanging up now.
Don't be silly, wrap his whip.
This is Detective Victor Alexis with the North County Police Department. The date is November 2nd, 2012. The time is approximately 1400 hours. I'm currently at the North County Police Station on Center Road interviewing Sheriff Newton about the ongoing Summers and Blake disappearance cases. Sheriff Newton, can you please state your full legal name?
Morris Simone Newton.
Thank you, Sheriff.
For Christ's sake, Victor, none of that crap. We've been on the force for 7 years together. I think we're in the clear to be on a first-name basis, you think?
Sorry, more.
Attaboy.
Anyways, I think you know what I'm about to ask you.
Well, I assume you're asking me about the Powell girl. Poor Mira. I know her folks. She's a good kid. Same with Tori. That girl has more grit than most of the men on my team.
And Blake, what do you know about him?
Out-of-towner. Came up here to live with his uncle. The community college back where he's from apparently didn't suit him well, so he decided to transfer.
Have we managed to contact his uncle and parents?
The uncle, yes. Rob Blake.
How did he take it?
As well as you can imagine. I wasn't there. Ted went and broke the news. He knows Robin. Thought at best he'd be the one to go. Oh, poor bloke. Broke down crying and started blaming himself and asking 1,000,001 questions.
Are we considering him a possible suspect?
Person of interest, yeah, but at the moment he seems to have a pretty concrete alibi, so we're just covering our bases. I expect we'll have him cleared before the week is out.
Back to square one, then.
Yeah, you said it. So, where do you need me to start from, Vic?
How about when dispatch first called in?
Yeah, well, it was late morning, maybe 10, 11 a.m. Dispatch radioed me while I was out and about. They asked me if I'd be willing to allow Ruby to assist in the search.
Ruby is your dog, correct?
That's right. Sweetest German Shepherd you ever set eyes on. Retired K-9 unit from when I was working in Suffolk County. She's an old girl, but she still got the nose of a bloodhound, I'll tell you that much. I, of course, agreed. Drove back home to pick up the gal, and we went and joined the search party.
Where did you start searching first?
We went to St. Peter's first. Nothing at all. Poor girl couldn't catch a whiff of anything. We headed down to Palmyra Street by the reservoir. No dice. We turned in for the evening around 6 when it got dark.
When did you get the second call?
Around midnight, we got a tip called in. Apparently the night before, some man who lives at the edge of Baylor's Creek Reserve heard some pretty odd stuff outside in the woods. He called his husband, freaking out, and at first he thought it was just coyotes or foxes, but then he saw the news. Thought it was best to call in and report it.
What time did you arrive at the reserve?
About 3:30 in the morning this morning, November 2nd. I showed up with Ruby, and they do the usual by giving us items that belong to the missing kids, and we get to work. But something awful weird happened.
What?
Ruby took a sniff of the Blake boy stuff, a t-shirt or a jacket, I think, and just started whimpering. She wouldn't look at me, her tail was between her legs, and the poor girl just started shaking like a leaf. She was looking up. She wouldn't stop looking up and just whimpering.
What happened when she was given the other specimens?
That's the thing. When she was given the Summers item, she did the exact same thing. I kept trying to calm her down. Poor girl is too old to be getting that anxious, but nothing helped. She just kept staring up at the trees.
Well, what happened when you gave her the Powell specimen?
We got a hit. We started walking eastbound away from the river for about a mile or so. And eventually, we found her.
Mira Powell?
Lord help that poor child.
Where'd you find her?
She was just laying there, under a tree, curled up in the dirt, wearing some skimpy Halloween costume, which definitely had done nothing to keep her warm for the past 24 hours she'd been out there. I ran over to her with Ruby. I thought she was dead. She was lying there so still, it didn't look like she was breathing, but when I got close enough, I could see her eyes. God, fucking... She wasn't blinking or anything, just staring. Wide-eyed. She looked... God, Vic, I've never seen someone look so scared in my entire life. But she didn't move or anything. She just turned her eyes to look at me, and that's when I realized she was alive. I started shouting for the rest of the party. I pulled off my jacket to try and cover her. There was no way she wasn't hypothermic. God, she must have been freezing, but she kept giving me this look. It was the same look you give someone when they're doing something really, really dangerous, and you try to warn them to stop. Like she was trying to tell me to be quiet. God, Vic, she was so scared. Fuck. We called the ambulance. Started cordoning off the area. I started looking around. I thought if Mira is here, the other two might not be far off. I tried to give Ruby the samples again, but she wouldn't smell them. She was just staring up. Just looking up at the trees. I've been on the force for 10 years, Vic. I've seen kidnappings. I've seen homicides. I've seen some fucked stuff, and never once have. When the ambulance got there, they discovered... Fuck. Vic, she was covered in urine. She got so scared by me that she pissed herself.
Is there any other information you can give me at the moment?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Thank you for this, Lori. I really appreciate it. This concludes this interview with Morris Newton in regards to the ongoing Summers and Blake cases. Signing off.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, babe. I'm really sorry. I know you're at work right now, but please call me when you get this. There's some, really, really weird voices coming from outside in the woods, and the dogs are going absolutely ballistic. And at first I thought it was just a raccoon or a fox, but, I swear I heard, people. I don't know. I really don't think it was a fox. I'm gonna go lock the doors, but please call me when you get this. I know you're at work, but I really don't feel safe right now.
This is Detective Victor Alexis with the North County Police Department. The date is November 4th, 2012, and the time is approximately 1600 hours. I'm currently at the North County Police Station on Center Road interviewing a Mr. Curtis about the ongoing Summers and Blake disappearance cases. Mr. Curtis, can you please state your full legal name?
L. Jackson Curtis.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis.
How is she?
Pardon?
How's Mira?
Miss Powell is receiving excellent care right now at the North County Hospital.
That didn't answer my question.
She's safe. She's receiving help, and the doctors expect her to make a full physical recovery.
This is all my fault.
Why do you say that, Al?
I let her go to that stupid party in the first place.
You couldn't possibly have known what was going to happen.
No, you don't get it. The night of the party, Mira didn't want to take her meds. She was insisting they have a bad effect when mixed with alcohol. Like, they make her really dizzy and throw up, and so she didn't want to take them because she wanted to drink. I told her I wasn't going to fucking drive her, that no, I wasn't going to let my best friend go to a party with this piece of shit guy, get drunk, and be off her meds. She got really mad. We got into an argument. Like, she's screaming at me, and I'm screaming at her, and God, I said something I really didn't mean. I said some really, really mean stuff. God damn it. Eventually we compromised. I made her promise me that she would take her meds, otherwise I wouldn't drive her, and I wasn't gonna let her go to the damn party. She promised me she would. But then the next morning when I called the police, I checked her pillbox in her room. They were still there. She didn't take them. I should have made sure she took them. God, I'm such a bad friend.
Mira made her choices. Whether or not they were the best choices is up for debate, but it's not your job to make sure she takes them. You said you guys have known each other for a long time, right?
Yeah, we've been friends since middle school.
Do you know how long Mira was on her meds for?
Yeah, she got put on them when we were like 12, I think. She had been suffering from really bad anxiety for years before that. She was really depressed. She started going into these episodes. She would get super paranoid and say some really bizarre stuff, so that's when she started taking antipsychotics.
How was Mira doing the days leading up to the party? Did she seem like she was acting normal?
Yeah, she seemed fine until earlier that night.
Before the party?
Yeah, at about like 7:30ish, she called me to ask when I'd be home. I was finishing up my shift at the Kit Cafe in town. I told her I'd be home within the hour, and she sounded kind of freaked out. I asked what was going on, and she told me she felt like she was being watched.
Watched?
Yeah, she told me she walked back to our apartment a little earlier and that she kept feeling like she was being watched from the woods. She started going on about how there weren't any deer and that she felt something staring at her while she was walking.
What do you think she meant by the deer thing?
You know, when the deer are hiding... Huh. You're not from around here, are you?
Not originally, no. Why?
I assume you don't have the night rules where you're from, then.
The night rules?
Don't go into the woods past sunset. Don't sleep with your window shades open. Don't whistle in the woods. Old superstitions from folk tales and legends told around here. The kind of scary stories parents tell their kids to try and get them not to sneak out and drink in the woods with their friends on school nights. Boogeyman stories.
Does Mira believe in that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, she treats it like gospel. I don't know if it was because of her anxiety and mental health, or if she genuinely believes that stuff. Maybe a mix of both. Most people around here believe that stuff to a certain extent. Her believing it isn't really defying any social norms.
Do you believe in that kind of stuff?
I don't know if I believe in it, but I certainly respect it. Anyways, Mira tells me that there's no deer out. That's another one. If the deer are hiding, you should be too. I try to reassure her that everything is fine, but she's getting really anxious, and it's been a while since I heard her get that bad. And so I ask her if she's taking her meds, and if she had taken her dose that night. She said no, and that's when we had our whole argument.
I see. You mentioned earlier that you weren't particularly a fan of Mr. Blake. Why is that?
Because he's a shit piece of a human and deserves to rot? I'm sorry, that wasn't...
You're all right, Elle. Can you tell me why you feel that way?
About maybe 2.5 weeks ago, it was like 4:30 in the morning on a Saturday. I was up because I needed to piss, and I heard some weird noises coming from Mira's room. It was only when I heard Mira say something like, "Stop it," when I burst into her room, and there was David.
He was doing something to her?
Yeah, or at least trying to. She's telling him no, trying to push him away. He's trying to grab at her or something, and as soon as I see this happening, I run in and rip him off of her and just start beating the shit out of him before he ends up getting away from me and running out the front door.
Did you end up calling the police or campus security?
That's the thing. As soon as David runs out the door, Mira starts yelling at me, telling me I shouldn't have done that and that everything was fine and I needed to mind my own business. Apparently she had promised him some sort of sexual favor, but she just ended up being too tired. But she just kept on saying it was fine. I told her we needed to call the police, that he had absolutely no right to do that to her, but she told me that she didn't want to talk about it anymore. I tried to bring it up a couple more times since then, but she would just get super mad and start yelling at me to let it go. I just wanted to support her, so I dropped it.
Do you think David would try to hurt someone else? Or that he would try and pull something like this again with Mira?
I don't know, dude. All I know is what I saw. And I saw that asshole trying to get handsy with my best friend while she was telling him no. So I broke his fucking nose. Sorry, you're a cop. I shouldn't tell you that.
I'll level with you, Elle. If I saw some guy trying to pull that crap with someone I love, they'd walk away with more than just a broken nose. Now, is there any other information that you think is important to the investigation? Anything at all?
Did Mira mention how she ended up in the woods? Sorry, that's a question.
It's all right, Elle. And no. Unfortunately, Mira isn't quite ready to give a full interview yet.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
I don't know. I know Mira. Been best friends since 6th grade and such. She wouldn't have gone into the woods. She's so scared of the scary folk stories, she'd never go into the woods at night. Not by choice.
You think someone forced her to go in?
I don't know. All I know is that she wouldn't go in there by her own volition.
All right. Is there any other information you'd like to give me?
No, I don't think so.
All right. This concludes the interview with L. Curtis in regards to...
Don't go back.
I'm sorry?
Don't go back in the woods.
Why do you say that, L?
I'm not as superstitious as Mira. Not by a fucking landslide. But I've lived here my whole life. I've heard all those stories, and I can't help but wonder if they hold some truth. I think maybe there's something there.
What do you think is there, Al?
I don't know.
Okay. This is my cell number. If you think of anything else, any other information, it doesn't matter the time of day, call me. This concludes the interview with L. Curtis in regards to the ongoing Summers and Blake investigations. Signing off.
It's Mira. I obviously can't come to the phone right now, but if you leave a message, I'll try to get back to you when I'm not busy. No promises.
Hey, Mira. It's Tori. Just wondering when you're gonna get here to pick us up. We're at my place right now in the lower quad, and David's here too.
Hey, Mira.
Ugh. Oh my god, why are you so fucking horny?
Mira, hey, baby. We're pre-gaming at Tori's place. You should totally come over early.
Shut the fuck up, dumbass. But yeah, you're welcome to join us early. And oh my god, you can bring your totally hot roommate over too.
Oh my god, stop being such a fucking...
If the word I think is about to come out of your mouth comes out of your mouth, I will bash your fucking head against the floor, David.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, dumbass. I'm sorry about that, Mira. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. God, why are you fucking him? He's so crusty. You know what? No. I'm not getting into that while drunk. and over voicemail. That's weird as fuck. Okay, anyway, either text or call me when you get this. Okay, love you. Bye. (911), what is your emergency?
Hi. I dropped my roommate off at a party last night, and she told me she'd be back by 5 a.m. this morning, and she hasn't come home. I've tried calling her a bunch, but she's not answering, and I'm getting really worried.
What's your roommate's name?
Mira. Mira Powell.
And what's your name, hun?
L. Curtis. That's L spelled E-L.
Okay, Al. Can you tell me the last time you spoke to Mira?
About 11 last night. I dropped her and some friends off at a party.
And where was this party?
827 St. Peter Street. It's a block down from the preschool and the church.
Okay. Have you reached out to her friends that you mentioned she went with? Or maybe the people that hosted the party?
Yeah, I reached out to the host. Sarah Johnson, I think. Or Johansson. But she told me that Mira and the others left at around 12-ish.
What are the other friends' names? The ones who went and left the party with Mira.
Victoria Summers, and some guy named David. I don't know his last name.
Have you tried reaching out to both of them?
I don't have either of their contact info.
All right. And you didn't call or text Mira after you dropped her and your friends off at the party?
She texted me at around 11:45, reminding me that she'd be home around 5-ish. Told me not to wait up. Hold on. I'm gonna check something. Shit!
Elle? Is everything okay?
That lying fucking bitch! Fuck! Mira didn't take her meds last night. She's got one of those days of the week pill organizers, and they're still in there.
Okay, what kind of medication is Mira on?
An antipsychotic. I don't remember the name. Maybe I can find it in here, but shit.
Elle, I need you to stay with me here. Do you know why Mira is on antipsychotics?
She's got depression, and I think a panic disorder, and I don't remember exactly what it is, but she gets really bad withdrawals, like tremors and stuff, and she's had episodes of psychosis in the past. Fuck!
Elle, what's your address? I'm gonna send a patrol car over with an officer to ask you some questions, okay?
We live in the on-campus apartments at NCC apartment 11106. It's on Clover Hill Drive on campus.
I'm gonna have an officer come speak with you and we'll take it from there. All right, Al?
Yeah, okay.
Do you want me to stay on the line and wait for the responding officer to arrive?
No, I'm okay. I'm gonna go make some more calls around, see if she crashed at someone else's place.
All right, then. We're gonna find her, Al.
Yeah.
This is Detective Victor Alexis with the North County Police Department. The date is November 3rd, 2012, and the time is approximately 1300 hours. I'm here to interview a Miss Johnson about the ongoing Summers and Blake cases. Miss Johnson, can you tell me your full legal name?
Sarah Marie Johnson.
All right, thank you. We can proceed
I
with...
thought I told all this stuff to the first cop that interviewed me.
Yes, you did. But I'm here to get it on tape, and to hopefully ask some more in-depth questions.
Okay then. Where should I start from?
When do you remember Mira, Victoria, and David arriving at the party?
I think around 11. Tori and David walked in already pretty drunk, and poor Mira was only just starting to get a little tipsy. She seemed a little uncomfortable.
Why do you think she was uncomfortable?
I mean, David was strutting around all night hitting on about a solid third of the girls there, and Tori was playing cup pong in the basement, so Mira was just kind of standing in the corner with a cup of JJ. It's a shame. She looked really cute, too. I asked her what she was supposed to be, and she told me a vampire. She just didn't have time to get fake teeth, so she just put fake blood on the side of her mouth.
So you spoke to Mira?
Oh, yeah. After David and Tori kind of ditched her, we eventually started chatting for a bit. She seemed a little... I don't know if anxious is the right word.
Paranoid?
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it.
Do you know what prompted their departure from the party so soon after arriving?
Yeah, I didn't witness it myself. One of my other friends was outside having a smoke when she saw David with Tori. According to my friend, she looked like really fucked up. Like, I'm not talking a hangover the next morning, I'm talking trip to the ER blackout. She was like outside in the backyard with him, and he was walking them into the woods. Like, apparently some people were calling after him, asking what was up, and he said something about taking her back to her place. Meanwhile, Tori is like not having this at all. Like, she's smacking at him, flopping all over the place, yelling at him to let her go, and he's just laughing at her. So I guess everyone was like, okay, I guess, and starts letting him take her into the woods while she's just yelling and punching at him. That's when Mira comes out, and she just starts shouting at him to come back, and he's just like, stop being a fucking buzzkill, Mira. And as he's walking in the woods with Tori, she just starts like wigging out. She's like shouting, no, screaming after him, but he's just not listening. And Tori's still screaming at him to stop. I don't know why she didn't run in and punch him in his stupid mouth. That's what I would do, but Mira, it's like she physically made herself go in there. My friend told me she just ran up to the edge of the woods and was like, staring.
Staring after Tori and David.
No, like, up.
Up?
In the trees. She was like, looking up at the trees, and like, my friend said she was shaking like a baby deer. And then the minute David and Tori fully disappeared in the woods, she just bolted in after them.
And where were you during all of this?
I was inside. I didn't know about it till the next morning when my friend told me.
And you didn't think it was important to call and check in on them?
I was hungover with my head in a toilet, dude. I wasn't thinking much of anything.
When did you call the police to report what you saw?
In the afternoon. My roommate ran into the bathroom shouting about how David was on TV. I called the police when I realized they were missing.
So you called in right after you saw them on the news?
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else you think I should know in regards to Tori and David?
No, nothing I can think of.
All right, then. Well, this concludes the interview with Sarah Johnson in regards to the Summers and Blake cases. Signing off.
911, what is your emergency?
This is Dr. Luther at North County Hospital. One of my patients has locked herself in her room and barricaded the door. Security has been trying to break in for about 15 minutes now, but the patient is at high risk for hurting herself.
And what's the patient's name?
Mira Powell.
Is there anything in the patient's room that can be used to harm herself or anyone else?
No, there's nothing in there.
I'm going to send the nearest patrol unit your way. They're just up the road from you right now, and they'll be at the hospital in less than 2 minutes.
Shit.
What's going on, doctor?
The patient just covered up the window into her room with her bed sheets, and now we don't have any visuals on her.
Respondent officers are less than a minute out. Is there someone by the entrance that can lead them to where you are?
I'll send someone over. Gillian, go down to the front office and get ready to show the police officers where to go.
I'm so sorry, Tori. I should have helped you. It's here! Oh my God! Tori! What has it done to you? David! No, I'm not gonna let you. You don't get to take me. You'll have to piece me back together first.
She's in there, Sheriff.
Mira, open the door. It's the sheriff. Open the door.
No. This is the only way. I won't let it steal me, too. I won't go back. I won't go back in the trees.
Mira! Someone pin her down. Pin her arms down.
I need 4 units of ONEC right now. You page trauma. Go get Dr. Foster and get the OR open now.
Sweet mother of Christ.
My God.
Doctor, what's going on?
My name is Victor Alexis. I'm a head detective for the North County Police Department. The date is November 14th, 2012, and the time is approximately 200 hours. I'm going to do this as fast as I can. I don't have much time. I'm recording this as an official account of all of the evidence I've compiled on the ongoing disappearance cases, specifically the cases of Victoria, Rose Summers, and David Jonathan Blake. I'm going to try to do this as coherently as I can, but I fear my location has been compromised, so try to keep up, because I've only got one shot at this. God, why did I go back in there? Why did I go back in the woods? I didn't mean to find it. I just... Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God.
What is your emergency?
Lou, is that you?
Morris?
East side of the Baylor's Creek Reserve. Get officers down here. Get forensics, the cleaning crew. Somebody please call his parents.
Morris, what is going on?
Lou, I found him. I found Victor. Oh, my God, oh, God.
Hey, no, I need you to stay with me. I'm sending officers over as we speak. They should be there in just
They strung him up.
Morris?
They strung him up in the fucking trees. Oh, Lord, they fucking butchered him. They cut him open and hung him up in the trees like a fucking pig. Oh, God.
Morris, I've got 3 officers on their way. They've got the cleanup crew and the forensics crew on the way as well. Please hang in there.
What kind of sick fucking bastard? What kind of fucking monster? Wait, I hear something.
Morris?
Victor!
Morris?
It's Victor! He's out here! Victor!
This episode of Nightmares Unleashed was produced by Delaney Sutton and Ted Heavner. It was written and directed by Bella Dandrea. It featured the voices of Matt Bartlett as Detective Victor Alexis, Ted Heavner as Sheriff Morris Newton, Ben Domenick Urbansky as L. Curtis, Charlie Jurta as Mira Powell, Jenny Wang as Sarah Johnson and Dr. Luther, Eilidh Nicholson as Tori Summers and the 911 operator, Alec Elan as David Blake and Andy Smith, and Gianna Dandrea as the nurse. Dialogue editing by Ted Heavner and sound design by Delaney Sutton. Transcript by Delaney Sutton and cover art by Jenny Wang. Thanks for listening.